I'm passionate about creating shared value. When I look around at the business models companies utilise today, I think there is so much room for a new approach. From my perspective as an accountant, now leading the global sustainability practice at PwC, I see single-minded, profit-centric strategies losing their relevance in today's world. And I see a huge opportunity for the win-win ethos of shared value strategies. But how do you monitor and manage a shared value strategy when you don't have the tools to measure the value you're creating? We rely too heavily on finance systems that have creakingly evolved over the last 300 years and only measure one half of the equation, the corporate value creation. There is no holistic tool to measure the societal value being created, until now. So what do I have in mind? Business faces a real challenge to move from being shareholder or investor-centric to stakeholder-centric. Business is now stretched in many directions. How do you balance your stakeholders' demands when they're often conflicting as well? It's impossible to please everyone all of the time, but it is possible to identify the optimal approach to address a problem. A useful starting point for any discussion with stakeholders about change. PwC's Total Impact Measurement and Management approach, TIMM, or TIM for short, allows impacts, both negative and positive, to be measured and valued. So it's easier to weigh up the pros and cons of different options. TIM enables decision makers to develop a better understanding of the social, tax, environmental and economic impacts of their activities. It gives management the ability to compare strategies and investment choices using quantified data and evaluate the total impact of each decision and choice they make. This flexible framework will allow leaders to make sound business decisions and at the same time better understand which stakeholders will be affected by which decisions and why. With this total impact approach, business leaders can see at a glance the impact their business is making, and better still, the trade-offs between alternative strategies. In effect, they can see the optimal decision for all their stakeholders. It recognises that stakeholders are integral to the success of the business and helps to better understand the value being created and destroyed, and where. It is the other side of the shared value equation from the finance system. With PwC, we don't have a product to sell that you could say is driven on shared value principles. I'm not sure the accounting and auditing profession lends itself to that. But from my perspective in the consulting area of the business, I am really excited that PwC can add value to the shared value debate by supporting a gear change in thinking. There is an alternative to the current one-dimensional model, and we can help business access the data and methodology to understand the full impact of their shared value strategies with a quantified, systematic and consistent approach.